So we can all find ourselves having bad days from time to time and just feeling a little bit uninspired. Recently, I feel like I've found a pretty decent routine to help pick myself back up and get back on the right track, so I figured why not share it with you guys today. It might sound kind of silly, but one of the most important parts, and often the hardest as well, is just getting up and getting started. And no, I do not mean grabbing your phone, rolling over and scrolling through Instagram for an hour, because that can be toxic, especially if you're following the wrong kinds of people. Please make sure you're cleansing out your social media. Unfollow anyone who gives off any sort of negative energy, someone you find yourself comparing yourself to constantly. You don't need that in your life. So some people might call this next one a little bit shallow, but screw it, because I honestly find it helpful, and it's just putting on some nice makeup, choosing out a cute outfit, something that I feel good and confident in, and instantly I feel refreshed and ready to take on the day. Music truly can set the tone for the day and help you feel inspired, so I like to start out with one of my favorite songs. Usually I'll choose something out of my record collection, but whatever you want to go for, as long as it's something that puts a smile on your face and lets you dance a little bit. Once I've got the music pumping, it's time for me to move on to one of my most crucial moments in the day, which is writing out my to-do list. And honestly, a lot of people like to laugh at mine because I do include quite small tasks like washing your hair or eating breakfast. I find that if you start off with those sorts of things you know you can achieve and cross off early on in the day, you automatically feel like you've got this and you can take on all the other tasks too. I'm sure some of you will agree that if you're feeling a little bit down, often your house will also look like a bit of a mess. So one of the most important things is just to clean everything up. You really want to follow that old cheesy saying, tidy space, tidy mind. One of the most important things for me is just getting out of the house, and that might be more because I do a lot of work from home, but either way, there's nothing better than getting a little bit of fresh air. Mine always involves my dog because I can't go anywhere without her, and honestly, animals in general should be on this list because they always know how to make you feel better. You could also combine getting out of the house with pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone, and that could be something as simple as just going for lunch by yourself. I know that's something a lot of people struggle with, but I think it's important to spend time with yourself and enjoy your own company. Probably easier for me to say considering I am the world's biggest introvert. Another way to push yourself outside your comfort zone is to try and learn something new. This could be so many different things, whether it's learning an instrument, taking a dance class, or like my boyfriend is, learning a new language. But make sure you're still taking time out to reward yourself and do something just for you, whether it's reading a book or magazine, doing something creative, maybe just escaping and watching a movie or listening to a TED Talks. The best way to end the day just before you go to bed is to remind yourself of all the things you're grateful for. It is insane how much this can instantly lift your mood. Whether you write it down in a journal, think it over in your head, or say it out loud, whatever works for you. So I know these tips weren't groundbreaking or anything, but this is genuinely the routine I find myself using whenever I'm having one of those slow days. So hopefully it might help you guys out too. I'd love to hear from you in the comments with any tips you have as well, so we can all help each other out. I thank you guys so much for always supporting me. I love you, and I'll see you in my next video. Mwah!